Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. I'm Bob Caudle, alongside David Crockett, and we're thrilled to bring you some holiday excitement from the Charlotte Coliseum. David Crockett, that's right, Bob. Happy holidays to all our wonderful fans tuning in. And folks, we've got a treat for you tonight. Jim Crockett Jr., greetings, wrestling fans. As we celebrate the holiday season, I am excited to announce the beginning of a 16-man tournament. This tournament will determine the next Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion after the title was vacated when Bob Backlund claimed the NWA World Heavyweight title. Stay tuned, as the road to the championship starts tonight. Bob Caudle, what an announcement! This tournament is sure to bring some incredible action to your screens. Now, let's take a look at the featured matches for tonight's show. Bob Caudle, in the first round, we've got some marquee matchups. Bullet Bob Armstrong faces off against Gorgeous Gino Hernandez. Sam Houston takes on the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Roddy Piper goes head-to-head with Al Perez. And Tim Horner clashes with the wily Ole Anderson. David Crockett, and that's not all. In a non-title match, fan favorites Mike Jackson and Rocky King team up to take on the formidable United States Tag Team Champions Paul Orndorff and Greg Valentine. Bob Caudle, but before we dive into the action, we've got a match already in progress. Let's send it down to the ring for the return of the Moondogs taking on Italian Stallion and George South. The opening match at the Charlotte Coliseum featured the recently returned Moondogs facing off against Italian Stallion and George South in a 10-minute time-limited contest. In the early minutes, Italian Stallion took control, scoring points with a powerful back elbow smash on Moondog Rex. However, Moondog Rex managed to counter with an eye rake, setting the tone for a back-and-forth encounter. As George South tagged in, he executed a hip diss on Moondog Rex, gaining an advantage for his team. The Moondogs retaliated with a tag, bringing Moondog Spot into the fray. The action intensified as both teams engaged in double-teaming maneuvers, with Italian Stallion and George South showcasing their teamwork. Number 1 Paul Jones tried to interfere, executing a grab referee's foot, but Moondog Spot endured without disqualification. The match continued with a series of power moves and slams, including a powerbomb by Moondog Spot and a successful body slam by George South. In the final minutes, George South attempted a pin on Moondog Spot, but the tough Moondog kicked out, earning valuable points for resilience. The match reached its climax as Italian Stallion re-entered, executing a Bologna body slam, and Moondog Spot responded with a powerful howl at Moon. As the clock ticked down, both teams pushed to secure a victory, but after 20 intense minutes, the match was declared a draw. The time-limited nature of the bout added an element of suspense, leaving the fans on the edge of their seats. Bob Caudle, what an opening contest, folks! A hard-fought battle, and we've got more incredible action coming your way. Stay with us for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship Tournament and other exciting matchups.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest segment in professional wrestling, Piper's Pit. Now, I've got a special guest for you today, none other than the Augustine Paul Jones. Come on down, Paul. Paul, my man. How are ya? How's the army doing? Got a whole kennel with you now, don't ya?
Roddy, we don't have time for your nonsense. I came here to talk about the success of my new additions, the Moondogs.
Moondogs, eh? I saw their little scuffle earlier. Quite the draw, wouldn't you say? Barking up the wrong tree,
They're a force to be reckoned with, Piper. You better watch your mouth.
Force? More like a force of nature, like a hurricane, destructive, but you know it'll pass. Tell me, Paul, how's the kennel life treating you? Dogs barking, Taijo Khan, Moondog Rex, and Moondog Spot. Sounds like a petting zoo to me.
You won't be laughing after tonight, Piper. Al Perez is going to wipe the mat with you in the main event.
Al Perez, the man with the vicious arm drag. I'm quaking in my boots, Paul. But hey, I'll be watching out for that. Might get me a doggy bag.
You won't be laughing for long, Piper.
Oh, Paul, you're a riot. I've had more challenging opponents than a kennel club. Tonight, I'll deal with Perez, and then maybe I'll adopt a puppy or two. Cheers!
In the opening minutes of the match between Mike Jackson and Paul Orndorff, the action started with a showcase of agility from Jackson, landing a precise dropkick. However, Orndorff quickly retaliated with a brutal flying knee drop, setting the tone for their aggressive encounter. As the match progressed, Mike Jackson found himself struggling against the relentless offense of Paul Orndorff and his partner Greg Valentine. The duo executed a series of punishing moves, leaving Jackson reeling from the impact. Despite Jackson's attempts to rally, the aggression of Orndorff and Valentine persisted. In a particularly intense moment, Rocky King, who was at ringside, became the unintended victim of a piledriver on the outside of the ring. The brutal move resulted in King sustaining a severe injury, leading to him being stretchered out of the arena. Back in the ring, Orndorff continued his dominance, delivering a devastating piledriver to Mike Jackson. The move left Jackson incapacitated, allowing Orndorff to secure the victory with a successful pinfall. However, the brutality didn't end with the bell. In a shocking turn of events, Orndorff and Valentine, displaying a callous disregard for their opponent's well-being, attacked Jackson and the injured King with chairs after the match. This act of post-match aggression added insult to injury, leaving a lasting impact on the competitors and the stunned audience.
The arena is still buzzing from the intense match that just unfolded. Paul Orndorff and Greg Valentine stand tall in the ring, the carnage of their assault on Mike Jackson and Rocky King evident. Orndorff grabs a microphone as Valentine leans on the ropes, both men smirking at the chaos they've caused. Orndorff, well, did you all just witness what we did out here? The crowd responds with a mix of boos and cheers, but Orndorff and Valentine seem unfazed. Valentine, that's right. We just sent a little message. A message to every tag team out there, thinking they could step into the ring with the likes of Mr. Wonderful and the Hammer. Valentine gestures toward Orndorff, who grins and flexes his muscles. Orndorff, you see, Mike Jackson, Rocky King, you were just unfortunate casualties in our path to dominance. But this isn't just about you two. No, this is about every team that dares to dream of those U.S. Tag Team titles. Orndorff paces back and forth, exuding confidence. Valentine, what we just did to Jackson and King, that's a taste of what's waiting for anyone who thinks they can come for our titles. We're not here to make friends, we're here to be champions. The crowd's response intensifies, some fans showing disdain for the brutal tactics displayed by Orndorff and Valentine. Orndorff, so listen up, all you tag teams in the back. Take a good, hard look at what just happened in this ring. Take it as a warning, a prelude to the pain you'll feel if you cross our path. Valentine takes the mic from Orndorff. Valentine, the U.S. Tag Team titles are around our waists for a reason. We're not letting go, and we're certainly not going down without a fight. This is our era, our time, and anyone who thinks otherwise is in for a rude awakening. Orndorff and Valentine share a nod, and with a final glance at the fallen opponents in the ring, they exit, leaving a trail of destruction and a clear message for the entire U.S. Tag Team division.
As the atmosphere crackles with intensity, the match unfolds with both competitors showcasing their technical prowess. The early exchange sees Armstrong gaining the upper hand with a well-executed headlock, but Hernandez retaliates with a powerful turnbuckle smash, signaling that this won't be an easy battle. The fourth minute witnesses a turning point as Armstrong goes for his signature move, the jaw jacker. However, Baby Doll, Hernandez's manager, decides to interfere by pulling the referee out of the ring. This maneuver creates chaos and allows Hernandez to capitalize with a turnbuckle smash. The interference doesn't escape the notice of the audience, and tempers start to flare. In the midst of strategic plotting and impactful moves, Armstrong remains resilient. The 11th minute sees Baby Doll attempting to tip the scales by hitting Armstrong in the back of the head, but her aim falters, inadvertently striking Hernandez instead. Seizing the opportunity, Armstrong delivers a jaw jacker that leaves Hernandez dazed. The crowd roars as Armstrong goes for the pin, and the referee counts to 3. The attempted mind games and interference backfire, leading to Armstrong's decisive victory. Bullet Bob Armstrong secures the win with a jaw jacker, advancing to the next round of the tournament.